Hey everyone, here's a recap of the Midjourney Office Hours from April 12th. They're trying to get some new version 5 aesthetics rolled out. They want to move version 5 to the default, but they're still working on an easy mode. Once they have the easy mode, they're still going to keep the current way of prompting as like a raw mode or a pro mode. A new Niji style came out recently called Expressive. Niji as a whole has been getting popular lately, which has been the cause of some GPU shortages, mostly late at night here in North America, while it is daytime in Japan. Because of this, and I'm sure you've heard this before, they're going to be investing in more GPUs. But this was kind of crazy. David said he assumes by the end of the year that everyone in the industry will have GPU shortages. All services. Why though? I don't really understand. He mentioned that they're trying to insulate themselves from that issue, and he's optimistic about the following year because it takes about a year to build out data centers. So everything available now was basically built last year when AI was much less popular, and that's why there are so many issues. He isn't sure about the return of free trials. They've thought about adding authentications, but most free trials have been abused by people who had no intention of ever buying anything. I found that interesting. Apparently, there has also been some credit card fraud, and it sounds like they're actively fighting against it. In addition, apparently, sometimes when the website service has gone down, it was because of attacks like DDoSes. And that's just crazy, thinking about building a business and having to deal with cybersecurity like that. David said that version 6 is moving a little slowly, mainly because people have been sick and on vacation. They're about 2 to 3 weeks behind. So it sounds like we have another month of version 5. He briefly mentioned some secret aesthetic stuff, that they're testing out some new custom styles. He didn't want to say much more, but I think he's mentioned this before, and it's where you'll get a specific style code that you can then share with other people if they want your style. I don't know if he was actually referring to that, but that's my guess. There will be new moderations soon. They've been testing it with guides and mods. There will be more explicit rules, but it'll be much more open with what you can actually make because it will have a smarter judgment of your prompts. The main thing is that you won't be able to disrespect real people with photographic imagery. So the debate between do you moderate the topic or do you moderate the sentiment and intention behind the images? They're going to try to moderate sentiment, but if that's not possible and it doesn't work, they'll have to ban certain topics. He also mentioned that at one point there could be different rules for different levels of users, like a license to make boobs, which is just hilarious. You know, maybe a trusted user will have more access to unfiltered versions of Midjourney or something like that, but they don't really know how to do it. Just something to consider in the future. Some more nuanced responsibilities for different users. In the same way, you need a license to drive a car, a forklift, a truck, etc., etc. There's a quick recap of the Midjourney Office Hours. If you want to hear me talk more about AI, you can tune into my podcast on my other channel, the Future Tech Podcast. I'll leave a link in the description. I hope you're doing well. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Peace.